Speaking of Steph, Brian, you've got the NBA aggregators all in a tizzy today because you dropped some knowledge on your latest Hoop Collective podcast about LeBron potentially recruiting Steph. So fill us in here.
I don't think I dropped any knowledge, actually. LeBron was tweeting about it during the All-Star weekend. He tweeted about how much he enjoyed being a teammate of Steph Curry's for the first time, which he did by selecting him on his team. And the All-Star weekend has become the premium recruiting spot for the NBA these days. And the reason this is relevant is because Steph has a contract extension this summer. He has 1 year left on his contract. And guys, listen, if he signs that extension, he could sign up to $200 million in more money. Then this is a moot point. And that's probably what's going to happen. If he doesn't take a max contract, maybe he takes a little bit less so that the Warriors have some maneuverability going forward. But he can sign all the way up to age 38 this summer. But LeBron James, one of his greatest attributes in his whole sphere is awareness. And I promise you, LeBron is very aware that Steph has to make a decision this summer, whether he's going to be a Warrior for life or not. And he just wanted to let him know what it was like to play on his team, which he openly, he selected him on his roster, had fun with him on the court, and then tweeted about how much fun it was. I don't think this is a secret at all. I'm just pointing it out to people in case they weren't paying attention.
No, it's no secret. And they were having a great time. We saw the chest bumping, the high five, and the praising. It was a joy in that All-Star game. And you know what? To all the Warriors fans, if Steph Curry do decide to leave, y'all can't be mad at him. He done gave y'all franchise everything in the world and more, okay? But I'm just thinking of the fact that I could possibly see, the world could see LeBron James, one of the greatest of all time, the GOAT in my eyes, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, top 5 point guard of all time, along with a generation of Anthony Talent and Anthony Davis pairing up in Los Angeles together. That would be must-see TV. And look, hey, I'm not knocking Bron for doing it. Not what I'm seeing going down in Brooklyn right now. I mean, hey, you know, this part of it. Stack the team up, stack the deck.
Well, let me start with you, Perk, about that. I think one of the greatest things about LeBron, beyond obviously how great he is on the floor, right, is that he's willing to put bygones aside, right? Like, they were fierce competitors against each other. You know, you were in those battles as well. And he doesn't care about that stuff. When it comes to business, he wants to put the best team around him possible. And that's actually really smart.
Absolutely, George. And look, one word that don't match LeBron James is the word sensitive, right? He takes a lot of heat. He never lashes out. He never gives any type of backlash to media or says anything that anybody have negative to say about him. He keeps pushing forward. So, you know, at the end of the day, hey, look, Bron, do you, right? We all know that him and Steph Curry had the battles, but I do remember when Steph Curry was in college, LeBron James was going to his college games and watching them play. So LeBron knows how to turn that on and off switch on to separate the two, between the lines and outside the lines.
Let me tell you something about LeBron. Unless you're part of a very small select group of players, and Perk is in that group, but it's a small select group of players, you are either with LeBron or you're against him. If you're with him today, you're his buddy. If you're against him tomorrow, you're his enemy. Very, very few escape that sphere. Perk is a guy he always liked, but you don't want to know why? Because he played with Perk when he was in high school, okay? He goes all the way back to a teenager with Perk. It's a very small number. So yeah, he was a fierce rival of Steph Curry 4 or 5 years ago for 5 years. If there's a window of an opportunity, 1%, 2%, that he can get Steph Curry on the Lakers, he's going to be his buddy. And if he re-signs with the Warriors and it closes the door, he'll be his enemy again. Just like a couple of years ago when Kyrie Irving was going to be a free agent, he made up with him for like 3-4 months. Then Kyrie goes, now he's his enemy again. This is how LeBron rolls. He's been rolling like this for 15 or 18 years, and it will not change. And this is just another file. He's going to try to get Steph. If he doesn't get him, he'll try to get somebody else.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.